welcome to Stream TV Live. I'm Daniel Frankel, co-founder and publisher of NextTMT. With me today is Dave Bernath, General Manager of Americas for technology company Wurl. Dave, how are you?
I'm good.
Been a long time. I played basketball back in the day with Dave. Pissed me off, had one of the best mid-range shots you'll ever see. Dave, you're here at the show talking about a range of things, but one of the things I thought was really interesting was YouTube. We all know that it's a connected TV power. We've talked about it ad nauseum at this point. But how do we respond to that? It has changed the game.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, there's been a lot of coverage about YouTube's growth in the last 4 or 5 months. I feel like it's kind of become a lot hotter topic in the last few months than it was.
It has.
Even though, they were leading streaming even back in 2024, I feel like everyone's kind of eking up to the level of their viewership. And the other thing that came out in YouTube in February was that TV is actually their largest consumption platform in the U.S. from watch time, which is kind of like, whoa, more than web and mobile. So it was a bit of a reckoning for one trying to kind of understand what it means for YouTube to be so successful on television.
What happened? I mean, it was a short form mobile proposition for so long, or at least we perceived it as that. And then it seems like all of a sudden it has become mainstream lean back entertainment. Did the content change or the audience change? What was the...
Well, I think backing up a little bit, it was always there. Talk to the people that sell TVs and make TVs,
right,
and run the big operating systems. They'll say the two apps that have to have are Netflix and YouTube. So they've been fortunate to be there the whole time. I don't think their content strategy really changed. But I think tomorrow when I give my keynote, I'll share some new research that shows that a lot of older people are watching now. And there's still a lot of short-form viewership, but there's a lot of long-form viewership happening as well. So people are watching longer content much more on television on YouTube than they do on their phones and on the web. So I think it's just kind of been a slow
Right. Is it the audience that consumed it because they didn't have control over the TV when they were teenagers? Now they do. They own the home.
I don't know. I don't have that level of knowledge, I think, to me, what's interesting is that I think YouTube published it lately is that the 65 plus has been the fastest growing demo.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? So I think I would expect, a lot of young people to be watching YouTube on TV, and they are. But from an indexing standpoint, it's actually the 35 plus crowd where YouTube is their television, is their primary device for YouTube, which just kind of shows you that it's not a young person thing. It's not necessarily only a short form thing. It's kind of all demos and television.
Right. For those who don't know, Wurl specializes in connected TV advertising. I have to ask you, Dave, how this obviously impacts your clients. You said we have a big ad-supported behemoth entering the market, growing fast. What are the biggest changes there?
Well, I think, there's a lot of struggles to fill the avails in FAST and AVOD these days. It's just a lot of eyeballs that consumers are watching like crazy. Right. So the consumption's really high. Amazon, got into the game of free ad-supported earlier this year, so that also more avails into the market, more inventory. And I think, YouTube is obviously, Google, giant company, and as they pull people in, increasingly, that's market share that Samsung or Roku, someone's fast channel, an AMC and AMU fight, YouTube now on television for your attention, my attention,
sure.
That's the ad dollar. So it's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
So it's a lot of new inventory on the market. What can your constituency do to compete with that?
Good question. Well, I think definitely figuring out if you're an app or if you're a TVOS, what is your philosophy and approach to what happens doing more short form?
Right.
YouTube is kind of the place for short form. You'll see, clips of SNL on Roku, and there are places here and there where short form content lives in streaming. For the most part, it's all YouTube. So on a content platform or app, what is my short form strategy? Now, you can't compete with YouTube directly, and they can't boil the ocean. But maybe I need to do some more short form to start to create something that's a similar experience. That would be like one example of something like that.
These are talks you're having with your clients right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, we believe that for interactivity with the content, just what people are used to doing on their phones, short form makes a lot of sense. Also a good way to discover content, because people, open up their TVs and spend 10, 15 minutes trying to find something to watch.
Right.
Short form, perhaps some personalized feeds, gives you a chance to kind of rapidly move through different things and go, oh,
Right.
you see Tubi has put scenes on their phone, so you're looking at scenes of movies and you're bookmarking, maybe to watch later. That's just one example of like a short form execution that could create a stickiness and also a content discovery path that would be new, that would be compelling.
Interesting stuff. You're going to present it tomorrow here at Stream TV. What time?
Early. It's definitely before 10 a.m. I'm not sure exactly.
Get coffeeed up. Get ready. Again, Dave Bernath, General Manager of America's Wurl. I'm Dan Frankel, Stream TV Live. Thank you.